The championship battle may have been already decided, but the Japanese were still mad about Formula One. This year there were 7 million applicants for the 150,000 available tickets.
The qualifying was limited to Friday only due to heavy rains on Saturday, and Mansell was fastest again, despite this spin. It was his 12th pole of the season, inspired no doubt by the presence of rock singer Kim Wilde in the Williams garage.
On their last showing on their home circuit, Honda, pulling out of Formula One after the Australian Grand Prix, suffered heavily from the Mansell-Williams-Renault combination. Senna was trailing by more than a second, but that didn't affect his mood or his popularity in Japan.
The Williams teammates were again seen hatching a plot just before the race. But on the grid, the new world champion was once again quite relaxed while discussing his car's race setup with engineer David Brown. Mansell seemed to have come to grips with his starts now, because once again he led Patrese away at the green light. 2 Williams Renaults, 2 McLaren Hondas, Schumacher's Benetton and Johnny Herbert up in 6th place in the Lotus, just ahead of teammate Häkkinen. Further back, Capelli's replacement at Ferrari, Nicola Larini, had to be push-started after stalling the engine on the grid. Senna's race lasted less than 3 laps. His Honda engine seized while he was lying third, not what the Japanese wanted to see in their home Grand Prix. And Mansell went on to build up a handsome lead over the first 20 laps and looked all set for another win. While Ayrton Senna could just watch it on TV. His teammate Berger ran well, but had to pit for fresh tyres twice in the race. And Schumacher lasted only 13 laps before his gearbox packed up. Remember LaRousse Venturi drivers Gasho and Katayama and their adventures from Canada? Incredibly, they did it again, this time fighting for 11th place. Frank Williams was not impressed, but he was even less impressed when he saw Mansell's car engulfed in flames and slowing into retirement. The Englishman had again let Patrese through several laps earlier, and as at Monza, had hit trouble soon afterwards. Patrese was now on his own, but Häkkinen's Ford engine blew up. He'd been lying third at the time, just as his Lotus teammate Johnny Herbert had been when he retired earlier. Mansell had just enough time to return to his garage and change before the end of the race. But this time Patrese did keep going. His car held together and he finally won his first race of the season. It was some recompense for his nasty scare in Portugal. And he took the checkered flag in his 239th Grand Prix. The first man to meet him and congratulate him after that race was Nigel Mansell. Despite all of Formula One's pressures, here are 2 teammates who have remained friends.
Berger finished second and gave some consolation to Honda, while Brundle was on the podium once again. But Patrese was a relieved winner.
I was very scared that something could happen to me again, like it happened to me in Monza. So really, also if they were easy, they were not so easy in the end, the last 6-7 laps.